Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Beth Jacob. I had the privilege this past year at the Community Yom HaShoah, at the Community Holocaust Remembrance event at Temple Sinai, to be able to sit on the bima at Temple Sinai and do a very brief interview with our beloved member Henry Ramek. At the time, the time constraints of the event meant that it had to be just a few minutes. And I knew, as anyone who's been able and privileged to spend a little bit of time with Henry knows, that there is so much more to tell than was available in whatever it was, the 7 to 12 minutes that were available that evening. And it's with a great deal of love towards Henry and appreciation that we have the opportunity tonight to hear more. I know that, again, having spent time with Henry, there is more than Henry will even possibly be able to share with us tonight, but we can begin to hear the stories in a more open fashion, and there is much more to tell. And I hope that people will take the opportunity of having a treasure in our community to ask questions both tonight and in future nights and days and weeks and months and, God willing, healthy years to come. So, Henry, we're so glad you're here.
My pleasure. Well, I like to stand up also. I like to say I can stay. I don't have to.
No, you said it's fine. If you want to stand, you
Yeah, I
can
like
stand.
that.
Okay. If you get tired and you want to sit down,
Yeah,
you
I
can sit
can.
down.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to see happy faces.
Henry, you can stand. The microphone will pick up. Just stand comfortably and talk. They'll all be able to hear. Be comfortable.
Okay. My name is Henry Ramek. I have but 4 or 5 names. In German they call me Heinrich. In Polish they call me Henrik. In German, all kinds of names I got it. My real name is Elchoner. I've been born in a small, not a small town, medium-class town in Poland, in Germany. It's a dual city. We spoke German and we spoke Polish. And we got along fine. The name of the city was Malawa. In 1939, the border was about 2 miles the Germans were. In 4 o'clock morning in 1939, they marched in. In the morning when they marched in, about 9 o'clock morning, I was arrested already. They gave right away an order to wear the Star of David. I was quite a rebellion kid. Let me back off a little bit. I've been since 6 years in the Cheder. My father, Visholim, was a very, very pious Jew, a very religious home. He didn't want me to go to a public school. He wants me to get educated only. He hadn't planned for me, you believe it or not, what he fulfilled. He wants me to be a rabbi. He wants me to be a shoichet and a dayan. I made it a smicha as a rabbi, and I was 16 years old. I made it the test of the shechita only orally, not physically. They took me when I was 16 years to the slaughterhouse, and I come into the slaughterhouse in laying 12 lamb, tied the legs, and he brought me a big knife. He said, Elchoner, take care. I said, what? What is this? I start to shiver my hand, went like this, in the knife in the hand. And you can't, the rabbi know the law, you can't be, your hand has to be firm. He went gently, took out the knife from my hand, he said, and I say, I know, Rabbi, I didn't pass because my hand is shaking. I'm nervous, I have never killed a fly. You want me to kill 12 lamb? So, my life since I've been born, a horrible life, a big family, 12 children, in one room we lived. Wasn't enough food to eat. We went mostly nights by night hungry to bed. But living as a kind in Europe was to begging or to go to ask a neighbor to give you something is a disgrace. You rather die in quiet and you don't tell people are you hungry or you want. That's European style. People can tell you, but they are from Europe. When I was 6 years old, my Tata Vishulam, I remember like this, since 6 years I remember, took me like a little bundle, he walked with me. He was a tall person, he was about the size, but our lovely Rabbi Dardik, 6'5". And I looked up to him like this. I was so little. And took me to the Cheder. To the same Cheder, but I went in. I came out a rabbi. In the down floors were the Cheder, and later when you advance was upstairs, was the yeshiva. Big building, a huge, but two blocks long. And I advanced in the Cheder till I became in the yeshiva, and I was 16 years. May he rest in peace. Rabbi Lengel was my best teacher I ever had in my life. He was so interested in me. He wants me to be the best, and I was the best student in the class. After every day going home, he came over, tipped me. I tipped it already. He said, Henry, could you stay? I'm now teaching some students who they are a little bit behind to break him in. I did. The day came, the Gerer Rebbe was the Rosh Hashiva. Whoever heard about the Gerer Rebbe? The Gerer Rebbe was one like the rabbi, like the Christian abbot in Italy, the Pope. So the Gerer Rebbe was for the Jewish people. One of the holiest, one of the finest person. And I was but 6 years, he was a good friend of mine, Tata Vishol. He came in our shtibel in the shrine to eat. I crawled under the table and I landed on his knees. And he took me, where is your father? Where is things? My Tata Vishul stood up and said, "This is my kind." "Oh, there bleibt je dein Kind." So he right away took the hand and put on my head and blessed me. When I walked away, I touched it, I got 10 holes. He had 10 fingers, so hot, his hand. I remember it like now. I thought he put a hole in my head. Since then, I've been like hypnotized. You believe me or not, I was like hypnotized. And when I grew up a little bit more, I played soccer. Matter of fact, I was the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the captain of the team. We played against other teams. The yeshiva, we had our own soccer team. And we played with Christians. Well, there wasn't enough Jewish people to play against them. Whenever we won, we got thrown stones and everything. Anti-Semitism was horrible, horrible. You can't imagine. If you hear it and see it, it's too different. It's a different world. We played that team when the Germans marched in 1939, but 9 o'clock morning, I've been standing with 2 other fellas, also from the soccer team in the yeshiva Bukhrim, and we discussed training and whatever. 2 guys approached me and took me under the arm and took me away. They left the other 2 people. They walked with me, but they being very stoyer is chokmo. They walked behind me, the other 2. They didn't let out decide where they're taking me. And they saw me where they put me in a big building. Underneath is a basement. When they lock you inside, you'll never come out. This is the end of your life. The rats eating you up. So like big as the size as a cat. They're mice, the rats. They run. Where did they run? They knew it because in our town was a rich man. The name was Vutkevich. Yeah, Vutkevich. They run, they call them Panie Starshi. Panie Starshi means your owner, kind of, you're the elder one. And they put on the pants, he was sleeping in the morning, and he ran and opened the door outside and took me out and didn't ask any permission. He was a quite a macher in the town, everybody was afraid of Mr. Vutkevich. He took me out and took me, guess where he took me? To his house. I never dreamed I'll ever live to be in a house like this, a palace, the White House, or anything is not to compare. You've never seen in your life the luxury. He took me into his house and said, "Andres, go to bed, you're tired." He called me, he gave me the name Chuchim. And I was 16 years old. He wanted advice for anything he came ask me. He always used to discuss with me politics. He wanted to know it. Is going to be a war with the Germans? And I told him yes. And when the war broke out, he told all his friends, I predicted and I told him. You imagine, he had a big family, also maybe 10 or 12 children. If they would capture me there in this house, what this man risked his life to hiding out a boychik like me, with paces, I had 3 times around the paces. His son lost a leg. He had an artificial leg, he limped. He married a baron's daughter. They wanted with thousands of cattle. He said, and Chochim, I got a plan for you. What is the plan, Mr. Panya Vutkevich? You'll go out, they'll take you with the 2 horses, with a buggy will come and take you away, and you'll be there. And you as a Christian, you'll go through the war. I came home and I told this to my father. Oh God, you can imagine. He said, what? Did I hear right? Mr. Vutkevich want to take you out and you're going to eat treif for chazer? I shocked. So, my father didn't agree and I didn't go. But from my family, one brother was married, his name was Yaakov. He lived about 60 miles from our town. The name of the town was Ploinsk. I went, I didn't own a bicycle. In Europe, if you owned a bicycle, you were a millionaire. A broken bicycle, 50 groschen an hour, they charged me. And I say, Chonin, you run away, but they'll come after you. They're after you, they arrested you, you're lucky, you got out, you got going. Finally, I let what my father, Bishul in Europe, also the kid to object what the father say. And the father says, oh, yes, Tata, yes, Tata. I went, I took this bicycle, and I went on the freeway. I made a mistake. Instead to go side streets, I got in on the freeway. Driving the broken down bicycle, I felt somebody's following me. But in Europe was the time you saw 1 car a day, you could see it. A little Volkswagen with a trailer followed me. And I felt that they are very close. I stopped it. I got down, but what can you run away with a bicycle? When I stopped, they stopped. They came out 2 murders, young guys, Chekhanov, 2 Gestapo, 2 beasts, right away, right and left, and slapped me and say, take off the shoes. The first tactic was by the Germans. They arrested you, they dismantled you, they took off the shoes. When they took off the shoes, you're handicapped, it's hard to run. And then open the door and they throw me in the trailer. I come in the trailer, no windows, no doors, no nothing. But I heard voices and I started to say, hello, hello, hello. So finally came 2 Polish kids, not Jewish kids, Polish. I speak Polish, as I talk to them, where are you going? Who are you? Who are you? They didn't know, they said they picked me up a half hour ago on the freeway. They picked them up too, 2 of them. They drove us, I thought I'll never get the end of the world till they stop it. Where are we going? Dark inside, you don't know. Would you imagine where I landed in Tremblinka? We start to get a little dark. They had a quota daily, 10,000 Jews to be shot. Every day, 10,000. Trucks back and forth.
It's okay.
In dumping like a garbage can, like here, they collect the garbage. A big husband approached me with a big shovel and gave me in the hand the shovel. I was thinking to take this shovel, to hit them over the head and get rid of my life. He would shoot me, probably. But I somehow, you know it, what I wasn't by myself. I had 2 angels with me, Michael and Gabriel. They've been all the time protecting me. They told me, no, don't do it. Dig your grave. I dig my grave 6 feet down. You never come out. Once you're there, you never come out. They got a setup. After you got the things, a bullet came and I looked at the pits. Thousands of people still alive, half dead, they have things, they got a bullet here, one got a bullet here, not killed. They throw one on top of the other, and then dirt on top. Came instead to give a bullet, what I expecting and shivering, came a whistle. Stop it from the Gestapo. They got the quota, and we were about 10 or 12 kids left. The guy who was cynical gave me the shovel and said, this is your permanent how? Little did he know, the Mensch tracht and got locked. He had to help me get out. They took us out, the 10 or 12, and put us across the street. Was an old stable, and they put us in the stable. And locked it in the outside, also inside no handles. And he tells us, oh, Allah, you will be tomorrow morning, you'll be the first one. 4 o'clock, we'll come, we'll get you out. We start the shooting at 4 o'clock. Exactly, like I was all cynical everywhere, what he said. Well, how wrong was he? I didn't give up. Where did I learn? In the Gemara and the Torah, you learn everything. To be a general, to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be an escaper, like King David was a general, King Solomon. I learned and I kept this in my mind here, what to do in case of an emergency. And this helped me. I ran in the dark and I touched it if I can find any wood what breaks it. I find it a spot. I did it on my own, a big hole, but my head could go through, but not the body yet. I started to holler to the other to come dark. I didn't know the faces. I couldn't see it. They came. They gave me a help, and we got it. I say, let's work fast, but the time is unnecessary. We got outside. And I said, okay, where are we going? They say, we're going to reach you. I say, oh no. When you go right, I go left. When you go left, I go right. We're not going. They knew I'm a little macher. I don't know. I know what I'm doing. I said, oh no, why? I learned this also in the Torah. When you go light, they can't pick up the echo, dogs or anything. By yourself, you can escape. If you go with a group, they can detect the noise. I ran barefoot, imagine, it was, what do you call it, the crop is cut, it's so sharp, the things. And I ran, the cornfield.
Yeah, a cut down cornfield.
Yeah, the cornfield, and I ran barefoot, and I'd be bleeding. I would run out from blood anyway. Till I saw it, a lamp and a little wagon, far away. I approached him, and a farmer with an ox. That time they didn't have it even horses, the farmers said, an ox, with a wagon, a little lamp. And he, look at what you are dirty, you're full of blood. What happened to you? I had to tell him. I hugged him, I kissed him, I say, help me. Finally, I convinced him. I speak his language, Polish. And he put me on the wagon, and he covered me with hay, all broken wheels. But that time they didn't have it yet, rubber tires. They had the wooden wheels. He put on top of me, and I've been covered. I fall asleep, I didn't know where I am. I was so tired I was. You run for your life. It's a different thing, so you run for a little 3 miles or 4 miles you want to run. Finally, I told him where I want to go. I said, my brother, he lives in Ploinsk. He knew the territory. Rama, he was not far from there. But a mile or 2 miles before Ploinsk, he stopped. He says, I let you out. I don't want them to see me. I brought you or anything. And you see the lights go straight, you'll come. To make the story short, I came to Ploinsk, to the ghetto. I come to the Jewish police on the gate. And I come to him, and I thought, I'm only Jews. I am at home. That's what you think. They didn't let me in. Who are you? You speak German? Yeah, I speak. You're a spy. You're a German spy. You're a young guy, as a blonde, as a good-looking guy. Where did you go? You're so dirty, you with blood. Where you been? And I tell them where I come from, Tremblinka. They never heard Tremblinka. I never heard myself either. Finally, I had to forgive me, I had to let the pants down and show him I'm circumcised. That's broke them, and they start to talk to each other. They say, and then I start to say, I speak the Torah, and I told them a few words. They let me in. I got in the ghetto. And I told them this story. The president of the ghetto, of the Judenrat, came and talked to me and everything. He said, you're creating here trouble. I said, what's the trouble? You're telling people, the Jewish people, 10,000 a day. I say, I won't lie to you. Believe me, you see my condition when I came. They didn't, till the day came, I was in the ghetto. In the ghetto, in charge of the ghetto was a name, remember, we'll come back later. Foch, F-O-C-H. As a short, chubby little fellow, but if you ever heard about cruelty or murder or a bad person, he was the tops, Foch. Every morning he came into the ghetto, 7 o'clock or 7:15. He picked at 4, the youngsters, the oldest had to be like my age, 15, 16, 12, 14, 4 kids. He had 4 guns. Puck, puck, shot. He left them on the sidewalk every morning, no reason. Just because you're a Jude. You're a Jew? Walk. I always said to myself, if I ever live long enough to get my hand on this guy, I was a youngster, but I was a strong character. Strong. Shemshin Agibir. I'm telling you, I could break iron. And I say, if I get a hand on this man, this will be mine. Mine Yom Adin. This will be my day. I've been in the ghetto a year and a half. Came an order from Eichmann to liquidate the ghetto. Everybody has to do tomorrow morning to be in the market street. The train's been prepared. 80 persons in each train. And we're going where? For a paradise, Auschwitz. I came in the morning, they picked up young people like me to help the elderly people because the trains got to steps high to get up for an elderly person. So we had to help him and get it in. I had a watch and I had bar mitzvah. I got in Europe, same system like you get an old broken watch, a present, that's good. I had a little watch. They collected before, days before, whoever got gold or anything, I didn't give up. This was dear to me. I didn't wear the Star of David either. I've been a so rebellious, I just didn't want to give in. He saw the watch. I told you yesterday, I told you a few days, no watches, no lamps. He took off the watch, took out the gun, and I heard it when he put a bullet in the chamber, you hear a click, he put it right here. And I was expecting every second I get the bullet. He changed his mind. Michael and Gabriel didn't agree with him. They told him, let him go. He slapped me and kicked me in the train and let me go. Little did he know what he did. He brought the death sentence on himself. I got in the train, locked the doors, we took off. The day came, the holiday, 3 days and 3 nights we traveled. Ladies and gentlemen, if I tell you, you probably heard it, you saw movies. You hear it tonight for the first time. Whatever you hear, whatever you saw, it is not 2%. They can't tell you if you go to a movie or whatever, because people will throw up if you tell them what happened in Auschwitz. I happen to be all over around there to know it. I'll tell you why. We arrived in Auschwitz, the holy place, in 12 o'clock night to the minutes. To the minute when we opened, you should see the welcome that they gave us. Hundreds of thousands of SS men with those old dogs, vicious dogs, but they have the mask on. They just ready to go to work, to chew up the Jewish people. Mengele came and approached. He went with a little whip in the hand. If you were standing like this, he lift your head like this. He looked at you if you're strong, left. If you were weak, right. Trucks been right away. Whenever go left, right away, they throw them on the trucks. Stack them up, hundreds of on each truck, big trucks. In 5 minutes, you smell they're already start to burn you. Half dead, live, but they couldn't keep up. The crematorium couldn't supply enough poison, but they throw it in the top. So they had big pits, and they shoveled in and throw in matches with gasoline poured and let your life burn. Kids and old and everything, they're screaming and everything. My father was a religious man. I didn't see it, but I know my friend was in a Sonderkommando. The Sonderkommando was at the people 200, what they, after they gassed them, they pulled out from the crematorium and they burned them down. They've been all the time there. They've been isolated in a separate barrack. Approaching the barrack to talk to them was death sentence. My father under arrest and he had to go into the last room. He had wore the towels cotton. He wore this. He didn't want that he would have left it on himself. He didn't want to give up this. He gave undress everything. This he says, I'll go in with this. No, they tried this. They brought in the dogs. A dog grabbed him for the leg. He took off the whole muscle in mouth. The dog held it. And the people saw it and they knew my father, but they're from the same town. But they came 2 weeks before transport. They came. And they told me, but they've been all my friends. After this happened, till maybe 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, till I was ready to go out to work. At 4 o'clock in the morning, every day go out. I assigned to a barrack 15. I come to the barrack. Guess who is my barrack? My brother Jacob, he's there. I didn't know he's the only. We've been 64 people. They took away 62 right away in 5 minutes. They've been dead. Me and my brother were alive. That's all. The rabbi from our town, a young rabbi, we sit at 20 years in the rabbi, but he wasn't but the same age as our rabbi. They've been the same barrack. As such nice rabbi, as a compassionate person you ever seen in your life. In the morning came right away, but he didn't undress, they had to go to work. I said, Yaakov, let's go. And the rabbi said, Rabbi, let's go, we got to go. No, I'm not going. He was married. He had a young wife, he had 2 little kids, Moshe and Yisrael. And they took him away, they burned him down. He said, I'm not going. He didn't go, the truck came, took him. And he never saw the world. The rabbi. I came back, I went to work, I came back, my brother is gone. The rabbi is gone. I have got nobody now. I was already 63. I'm the only one. I've been a young rabbi. I made smicha. After 2 weeks, I made smicha. The war broke out. I had Adim Toiro with Hashem. I say, how can you do it to you, so loyal servant? I am learning Torah. I'm teaching Torah. What did I deserve it to be punished? They are already in an item, they burned down. How about me? I have to get up in the morning to curse myself. Cursing. I said 3 times, Kaddish, El Molerachim. For a death, I counted myself. But this is, I don't give up yet my life. Maybe, I don't exactly to the minute to tell you, but 2 or 3 days later, I've been sleeping. See? What a troublemaker I am. I learned these analogies. But 2 or 3 days, I've been sleeping on top. I knew it right away. Where is better? And the lower is no good to sleep. But if somebody ruins or make wet, drips down up top. 2 guys coming in. One is tall, about 6'5", a big, huge guy, a Polish guy. And then the other is a shorter guy. And they ask him, he's like, Henrik here, Henrik. And I say, my name is Henrik. I say, who sent you? He told me the name. Who sent you from the Sonderkommando? I knew it. He holds a pair of shoes in the hand. A pair of shoes was it, what was made it, specially for espionage. This thing was to open with a magnetic, he closed it. It was hollow inside. And shoes, when you had good shoes, you survived Auschwitz. The bad shoes, people couldn't survive. Why? When I wear, let's say, 10, they give you 6, 8. The fingers being so cramped in the shoes, you couldn't, they got infected, the skin, not anything. You got infected, you died in Auschwitz. No medicine or anything to help you. And they told me, what is your job? You going every morning to approach to the gate to the Sonderkommando. Zygmunt will give you a little like this. What will be there? It'll be, let's say the transport came like my transport from Molava, 2,000. Every transport brought 2,000. 1,800 immediately they take to the crematorium to burn you down. 200 they take him to work. For a day, 2, 3 years, you couldn't live long. No, she said, I lived 2.5 years. I'll come to it. If they catch you, this is sure dead. But they want to know who gave you. How did you get to this? What the Gestapo was pretty good to investigate. So what should I do? I've got a gun. What can I do? Spit on him in face or kick him? He'll take a gun and he'll shoot you. Grab him and tear him off the skin till he kill you. But don't tell who gave you or anything, because you don't make it easier, you make it worse. Bigger the crowd, better they want it. What did I get out of this? They told me every day we'll bring you some food. And if you get additional food, you got good shoes, you got things. But I had over there a girlfriend, but she was a soccer lover. In Europe is the same life like this is in America, it's different people, but it's the same thing. Boys have girlfriends, girlfriends have boys. And she always wanted to go with me. So he came in the same train, he came from Europe to Auschwitz. They gave me food, and I gave the food to my girlfriend. She was very educated. She's a German Jewish person. So she born in Germany, and she got a job as a secretary for an SS woman. The SS woman was running the laundry for the SS. The SS has to wash the clothing, the shirts, the pants, beagle them and everything. What was it? In Auschwitz, if you didn't have to go out on the field, you survived. But once you went on the field job, you could live a day or 2 or 3, no longer. I had the best job in Auschwitz. What did I do? I had in the women's lager. Men were separated and women separated. But we went into work there. I went in over there to clean the pits, the toilets. Wasn't a toilet of the flushing, just pits for the... And we shoveled out, cleaned it out, and whatever. By the time our commando was 30 people. The whole 30 people was espionage. But every 2 people, 2 had together, did a difference. One did this, I did this, we did tickets. What did these tickets do? They took the partisan every morning. They weren't prisoners, but they... Thank you. See, take good care of me? Never mind what...
You were working with someone else, you were in
And we brought it in the food, and I gave it to my girlfriend, and she had 3 sisters. All 3, matter of fact, survived, and my girlfriend survived, all 4. An unusual case, but everybody survived. Everybody thought at the end is good, everything is good. One day, I walked in the things ready to go back. A girl hollers me, Henry. I had it, an instance. She was in the ghetto in Ploinsky, she knew me from the ghetto. She wants to know if I know the name, but her family, if anybody survived. And I say, I don't know, I'll see it, I'll remember, but I didn't write it, I didn't have a pen or anything to write it. I say, I'll see it. Guess who's noticed me talking to her? Schillinger. I told you before to remember the name. Foch, did I say about Schillinger also? No. So now we got another one, Schillinger. Schillinger was a troubleshooter in Auschwitz. If he walked on the street, you didn't see a mouse. When a cat is in the house, he's not a mouse. He spotted me, he said, come. He came closer. He worked on me down. He beat me up. He was a fighter, a killer, a murderer you ever seen in your life. He and Foch should be 2 brothers. And he was a pit from here to here. He kicked me in the pit, and he didn't take out the gun even to finish me up, because wasting of a bullet. The laundry was, he beat me here up, was the laundry like this window here. They, my girlfriend, and all the people what worked inside, only women worked there in the London. Saw the whole episode. As soon he left, they burst outside, and one girl came down in the pit and roped me around and put me around. I was unconscious. I didn't know where I am. And they pulled me up. They pulled her first up, and then they pulled me up. You imagine what shape I was. I have to go to Antrate, and Antrate and me get together. We're going back in the Lage. What shape? But somehow only can what I can describe you. I'm not a fanatic. I'm a religious guy. But I believe in Hashem and miracles. But I believe Michael and Gabriel did a good job with me. I could get together myself and walk back about 2 miles. Back in my barrack. It had to be God's hand in it. The angels. I got back. The next morning, after everything I think, I got 2 guys with me, and I say, this is not worth living. I curse every day God, I curse everybody, I curse myself. We have to go. We knew at the gate is 25,000 volt. We going tonight, 12 o'clock, we going to the gate. Going to the gate, you open at 12 o'clock, the gate, you get shot anyway. You won't get to the gate. But we organizing all 3, we ready. We walked by the guy, the 4 guys, what they sitting high with machine guns, they fall asleep. We walked, but those 2 guys been ahead of me by 2 or 3 feet. Why? They were afraid for a bullet. In Auschwitz, to die was a pleasure. But to live and to get a bullet or anything, or get hurt or whatever, no help. You die of sorrows. You die from starvation or whatever. So they wanted to get through. When I saw it from here to the wall, maybe shorter, I froze. I saw the dead. I heard that voices talking to me. Elchonim, Elchonim, Gai Tzarik, in Yiddish and Hebrew. Gai Tzarik. I made a U-turn and I went back. I went back to my barrack and he didn't spot me also. I came the next morning and I told my girlfriend, her name was Anna, and I said, Anna, I got to tell you something. What I did last night, I don't know a good or a bad. I went to commit suicide. And I wasn't successful. The 2 of them, she knew the 2 other guys, they dead. They got, how did you make it? I say, I can't because you couldn't talk and stay. You had to look at if somebody doesn't see you. You're nervous, all day nervous. And I told her, I say, Anna, I can tell you one thing. You can say, she made it to me like this. You flipped from Zores, you become, the mind doesn't work for a person. When you're hungry, when you're in trouble, when you're not things, whatever you do is wrong. You don't do the right things. You don't think right. You don't walk right. You don't see right. Everything is bekapoy. And I told her, we'll survive. I survived. I'm here with you. Being in Auschwitz even, I had to be so fortunate to be a Punish commando. They had one commando was a Punish commando. Whatever you committed that thing, they've been punished. I've been 6 months in the Punish commando. The Punish commando is better to be dead than to alive, even if you can have it, food or anything. Whenever everybody came back from work, we went out. Night when there's a storm, or a thunder, or rain, or snow, the Sonderkommando goes out. Watch all snow. They couldn't get me out. I've been sick. They don't take you to a doctor, no nothing. You die or you live, what you can. I survived these 6 months also in the Sonderkommando. I was collected to be the 200 people, but they worked in the Sonderkommando. They lived only 2-3 months. Every 2-3 months they changed it. because they knew too much. They burned the people, and they collected so much money because everybody who came to Auschwitz had sold in here money, a diamond, here. They checked it and they collected. They didn't take for them. What can they do with money? They gave it to the SS, and the SS stole it for themselves. The Sonderkommando I had so many friends over there from the yeshiva. The whole yeshiva was there in the Sonderkommando. They want me out from there because this partisan, this espionage, this continued. I wasn't there. They want me out. They went and bribed the Lagerführer. They gave him a diamond, but it's maybe 6 or 7 carat. I didn't see it, but they told me. They gave him a sack of the gold, coins or whatever, the golds. And he took it for his wife, take it home. And he came to take me out. The Lagerführer from the Sonderkommando knew it, that they want me out. And he got to put a foot of it. He won't let me out till I die there. But they got me out. Michael and Gabriel worked again. When I was in the Sonderkommando, came an order that they need 200 in the Strafkommando. I'm sorry, I mixed up. Strafkommando is Spanish commando in English. In the Sonderkommando is for they burn the dead people. Came an order that they need 200 again for the Sonderkommando. And they came, the Blokowe, they're in charge. A Polish guy asked him, do you have any Jewish people here? But it was gypsies, it was Russian people in Auschwitz, it was all kind. And he knew it, I'm Jewish. And he said, no, I don't have Jewish. But somebody tipped him off, he told him, he's over there a Jew. Here is the room. Let's say, I'll give you for example. Here to the left was our room. What they dumped at the night for the people, the waste, for the peas and everything, they throw it in over there. And then came a pump, he pumps it out. I knew it that the assessment is in the other room. He's coming in here to search. I ran in the pit, in this, and I lay down like this. He opened the door, the smell of it was, he locked the door, and I understand good German, he said, verflucht der Hund, stinkt. He closed the door and walked away. Imagine to get out from this mess. How I looked, they're all dripping from me, no other clothing, no other shirt. I figured that this is the end of it. You can't, what do I do? I ran to this guy, I talked Polish with him, and I begged him, I said, give me a shirt, rinse me off, do me, help me. He did. He did. He saved my life, he rinsed me off, he brought me a shirt, he brought me up a pants, and I got back in things. Every little nissim in the fluis, what I tell you, then I knew it, I helped to survive, but this is not the end of it. But I didn't pray to God, I prayed to the Gerer Rebbe. Being in Auschwitz after Schillinge beat me up, guess what I did? I prayed so hard, and I said, Gerer Rebbe, du bist der Atare Mensch, help me. What do I want from you? I want to live long enough to see Schillinge destroyed. Then I will willingly go to die. I want to die. I want to see he's dead. Took 2 weeks. Came a transport from Warsaw. And came in the Gatin, one girl was a beautiful actress. Everybody got undressed to go into the last room where they locked the door and they put a cyclone in through the roof. She didn't want to go in. They brought dogs. They tore her in pieces. She bleeded to death, but she didn't want to go in. She smelled the gas. She doesn't know. Whom do you bring? The troubleshooter. What is the name? Schillinge. They brought Schillinge. Hayom haras hoylom. Hayom yamid b'mishpot. She was so smart, he carried 2 guns. One side was open, the cover. What do you call it?
Holster.
And she spotted the weak spot. She ran to him, grabbed him, and got the gun out of him. And she gave him 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth, she put in her mouth and killed herself. Schillinger is going the fire like a telephone. Schillinger is dead, Schillinger is dead, Schillinger is dead, like Simchas Torah. But wait a minute, don't celebrate too soon. They right away, all Jews antreten mean congregating, all in one place. Mengele came quickly, thousands of SS men with dogs. We had to quick to make it 4 in a row. Otherwise, he picked it up 200. He came 2 rows to me, like this is 1, 2. From here he had 200. He wanted 400, not 200. But what he did, those 200, he said, this was a row here, go in the other row and pick up whom you wanted. He doesn't look good to me. Took him by the hand, he walked here to this side. They took the 400 in 5 minutes, to be machine guns, the tanks. Trrr, trrr. 2 rows from the group. I wouldn't be ill at you. Michael and Gabriel did it again. Schillinger is dead. My praying came to things. Why was I as a holy? Why would you think, Henry, you being as a holy, everybody had to listen you praying, or you anything? Well, you know what? In Auschwitz, we davened every morning. In toilet! The 3 people, what I told you in the beginning, what we were, one was an elderly person, and he was very religious. I wasn't that time anymore religious. I couldn't care less. Like I told you, I cares God. And we every morning got a guard half an hour, one today you, tomorrow you, and we prayed. In Auschwitz, when you drown, and you see an ocean a straw, you grab it. What a straw? What will this do? In case, maybe, and you drown, never give up. Once you give up, remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you're alive, and anything happened to you in life, never give up. Even if you have a knife in your throat, you still got a chance. Somebody might see on the balcony, and he'll take a rifle and to aim it and kill him, and you'll go free. But if you give up and you're dead, you don't have a chance. Never give up. Never. Well, we'll be in Auschwitz and all kinds of stories, what I can tell you, because we can sit 5 years and we won't finish it. Came an order from Eichmann, Auschwitz has to be liquidated. They made quick the Russian approach that's very close to the camp. 300 groups, 2 SS men, 2 dogs. My group was 300 and we marched. We marched day and night. From 300, when we got liberated, was left 30. How many is it? 10%. From 330 people. How did they, what happened to the 270? Whoever walked, slow down. And if you leave in 4 in the row and you try to give him a hand, a bullet, you got him back, and the guy who is slow, a bullet. Left you on the sidewalk. March, march. Finally, but I told you in the beginning, I speak good German. They got tired also, the assessment, they want to run away themselves, save their skin. The rain didn't stop. 3 days and 3 nights we walked, didn't stop. No food, 0, no water. But what, you got water, but from the air. Drip the rain, that's all we lived on it. I hear when he talked to the farmer, we got in the stable. He says, do you have cows here or pigs or any animals? He said, yeah. Take them out. Well, we're going to dynamite this stable. We're going to blow them. They not going. I heard this, and the farmer went away and he brought us a big fork. He said, verflucht der Hund. Take them out and shoot them. A big help. He didn't tell them, let them go. He said, shoot them. I heard this, oh my God, what is now? He took us out, he didn't shoot us. We marched. The next morning, in 11 o'clock, we had to cross a little bridge. And then he said, everybody sits down, we're going to check if the bridge, they didn't want to go to check it, they want to run away. But they want us to sit down. They never came back, and we got liberated in April 22nd, 11 o'clock. When we got liberated, like I told you, 30 people left. We ran in the field, we spread it our way. I was weighing at the time close to 90 pounds, imagine. 6 feet tall, 90 pounds. Bones, just bones, skin. One was a Russian doctor in the group. He was in Auschwitz as a prisoner. He grabbed carrots, raw potatoes. Oh, you hungry? He beat us, he kicked it, he caught us all. I tried to organize a group to get a jump on him, to beat him up. Why is he beating us? Then later we find out Rabbi Dardik, he's a doctor. He said, you can't eat the dirt. You'll get diarrhea, you'll die. You're liberated, you're free. He told me, I told you, I got a troublemaker.
Sorry about that.
So, and then after we studied and everything, I walked at maybe half a mile or whatever, and I passed out. I collapsed. They put me on the sidewalk and put a blanket on me, and for a dead person, there was laying hundreds of them dead. The American headquarters, I was lucky, this wasn't American, but Germany was divided at the time on 4 pieces. French, Russia, English, and American. This wasn't American, Marburg and the Lahn. The headquarters was where I was laying on the sidewalk, maybe a block or 2 blocks, the most, very short blocks. 2 nurses, American nurses in white coats walked by. And they looked at us, they think, American girls are young kids, 18, 19 years. They saw the blanket, something moving, my blanket. They went and uncovered. I didn't know that, I was unconscious. But they told me later. And then they uncovered, they saw, I am still with the eyes, but I was blue. A doctor, they'll tell you, when you're blue, you're dying. All valves closing down on you, when you're blue. And in another hour I would be passed out anyway. They grabbed me for the neck like this, they dragged me, they didn't lift me, they couldn't lift me up, even 90 pounds for 2 kids, 2 girls, and they brought me in the hospital and they pumped me and they brought me to life. They took me in the hospital. I was in the hospital 3 days. And I was in the hospital, I came to it, a doctor came in, 2 things, an American doctor, he's a soldier, a doctor, and he said that the nurses told me, you speak languages. I say, yes, I speak 5 languages. You speak German fluently? Yes. He gave me a card in the end. He said, when you release, come and see me. I got the day came and they released me, and I went right away. No, I didn't go any place. I went to him. And he gave me the card. I say, you gave me? You say, you look good. You recovered good. And they hired me right away on spot. I don't speak English. I don't speak in Polish or anything, but they don't need it. Yiddish, they don't need it. But I got the job. They gave me a gun, and they gave me a little jeep, and a partner, American soldier, a partner, what he spoke in German. So he said, you both like married. Wherever he go, you go, where he go, you go. You work together. Couple days went by, and the kennel was a kennel, and I kept in charge of this hospital. Do I have time still?
Yeah, fine.
The kennel came down. He said, where is Heinrich? I came down, I talked to him, and he said, last night they killed a soldier, 19 years. They took off the number. What is this? What they weigh the soldier?
The dog tags?
Okay, and the wallet, and the gun, whatever, they took it away and they threw them on the sidewalk. That's all we know, bleeding to death. I said, oh, go, yeah, a needle in a stock, hey, where are you going to find it? I said, when did you? Finally, I took my partner, he went downstairs the steps, We went to the Jeep, we turned on the motor, and we going, I say to them, where are we going? He said, we're going to find a lead or something. I said, no, turn off, please. Turn off the motor. Where was he killed? Where was he found it? Here? Let's walk around. Do me a favor, let's walk. Maybe it's here a bar. I need a bar. So we walked around a couple blocks, we find a bar. And I told him, when we get in the bar, you go in one corner and I go in another corner. And if I need you, I'll give you a sign, you come here. I come in, by the door outside, I hear, drunk, two guys, happy as can be. And I know, I lived in Germany, I know how they handle. I tell to the bartender, give me 2 beers, give him one, give him one. You send them in Germany, you send them a present. And he showed them how I sent it, I gave it to them. They came over, Heinrich, what I name, Heinrich. I say, I need help from you. What do you need? I killed an American last night. The Americans are after me. I reversed the whole story, how to get him capoeira. He said, I killed one. He put the hand in the pocket, he takes out the chain, he showed me in the wallet. I thought I'd die. I said to my partner, he came closer, I got him right behind me. And I tell to the two drunks, I say, you know, I have a friend, he got a bar over there. Let's go over there. As soon as we got out the door, I grabbed one, and I was a strong kid. And I tied them up with a piece of rope, and he grabbed the other one. And we threw them, he took for the legs to the end on the Jeep. We took one on top of the other. It didn't take a half hour, we came back to the headquarters. And I ran upstairs, the guy, the partner, and called the colonel. He said, what's this? I put in my hand in my pocket, and I took out the chain, I took out the wallet. The money was gone, no money, but it was everything. He can't believe it. This is the guys? Yeah. You imagine the name, what I made it to get a things. You see, that shows you all the Torah is Chochmah. I knew it, that this got to be somebody a lead. When you want a lead, you got to go where the roots grow. The tree is big, you can bend it, but the tree is little, you can bend it. You got to go accordingly. And I worked for them. They gave me later a motorcycle, military police. They knew it when I filled out. I have a girlfriend, but I didn't know if she's alive, Anna. From French, English, Russian, American. To give me help wherever I go to a service station, free gasoline, food, assist me, whatever I wanted. I drove a few thousand miles with a motorcycle. And I got a lead, somebody told me they saw a bunch of sisters, 4 of them. And I knew got to be them. I came, you imagine I came to the door, knocking on the door. Her elder sister, Manya, come to the door. The scream what she did. Henry's here. He's alive. He's here. Anna came. Sarah came. They all came. And came other but 3 girls. I said, who are these girls? Don't you recognize these are the girls who they saved your life from the laundry commando? What they pulled you out that time. My God, I thought the Moshiach is here. He came. They went and brought a board like this over there, a big one, and they lifted me up, the girls, and put me on the board, and took it on the shoulder, and like Simchas Torah, they ran on the street and sing, from dead to life, from dead to life, from dead to life. I took my girlfriend on the motorcycle, and I said, goodbye, girls. I drove all the way across Germany. I came to Marburg. I had a beautiful apartment. I had a dog, a big dog, a German Shepherd. Prepared, the balcony, beautiful. They treated me like a king. In this. The name of the commander of the American CID, investigation crime. This is not all. You remember I told you the name, you forgot, huh? Foch? We comic now. I got the canteen like the American soldiers. privileges for chocolate or everything. Lunch hour was full with summer. I got a number, but Lee didn't have names. Lee had only numbers. I was standing in the MP. He asked me, "What is this?" And I told him, he wants to know it. A young guy. I was young at the time too. And I told him, I see a bicycle drive by. In my mind, right away, this is Foch. I ran after him. I grabbed him for the bicycle in back, and I knocked him off. First, closer I look at, I say, "Yeah, yes." I said, "Du bist doch Foch." Nein. "Oh yeah, du bist doch Foch." I hollered to the MP, what I talked to him a minute ago. "Come here, give me help." We arrested him, we took him in, we got the fish. But this is not all. He had so much money when Lee went to Auschwitz. I told you, when Lee had to give up the gold and everything and the money. He took all for himself. He had millions of dollars in his apartment. He lived in a lousy apartment. This guy was so shrewd. He bribed 3 American officers, all 3 being Jewish guys. One was a major, one was a captain, one was a lieutenant. He gave him millions of dollars. They gave him papers, not enough proof. Lee had to let him go. A month went by. I've been going every day in the same mess hall to eat. I stay and talk again with another MP. By the heater of my fuck again. I ran the same lane. I grabbed him again. This time he put up the things to fight. I said, "You want to fight?" I hit him in the jaw. I made him right away crooked the jaw. I say, "Du bist doch Foch." Yeah. He took out papers. He showed it. The MP came to help me, but he saw the scuffle. He looked at the papers. He said, "He got papers. He's free." I said, No. He bribed. He's not free. I screamed and I hollered. I don't let go. A lieutenant came over, a Jewish guy, American. He's the young doctor. He's in residency in the American army. And I told him, and he spoke perfect German. And I told him the whole story. And I say, "He has so much money. He probably bribed." He said, "You think so?" I say, "I know so." And I tell him what to do. I say, "Do me a favor. You got a Jeep, I got our Jeep. Let's go, let's take him in the Jeep. We'll ask him where he lives. He'll tell you, he had to tell you." And Lee'll go in his apartment. The young doctor went with me, and I went, my partner, we went to his apartment. We came around, we looked for an hour, nothing, no success. I was ready to give up. I say, "Let me get," I heard that there are people hiding in pillows, in mattresses, pillows. And I go to the pillow, I look at the pillows, I pet it as though. I tore it, the feathers go all around. Did Lee discovered the Bank of America. Lee discovered, and I called him, the young lieutenant, he saw it, and then he right away went to the telephone, he called. They'll be arrested, all 3 officers. He admitted he gave him money, cigars boxes. He had cigar boxes, filled them up with gold, with diamonds. He gave each officer, and they gave him the papers. But he didn't get out. This was CSC. This is the Nuremberg trial. He went to the Nuremberg trial, and he got a gallows. Goodbye, arrest of him. They, for good work, they decided to send me to America with the Jewish conjunction, with the chaplains, with the UNRWA. They paid half, and the American headquarters paid half. And they sent me, and I was destined to Auckland. I came to Auckland, and here I am with you. I'll give you time to. I came to America. I got to tell you this, if you don't mind. It'll take a few more minutes. I didn't go to a synagogue. When I came, I was maybe 2-3 days, I went to see a synagogue, Bet Jacob. They were in the Webster Street, and I registered. Jerry Friedkin's father was president, Nathan Friedkin. Max Brown was that time president. And they registered my name, since then I'm a member. But I didn't come to the synagogue for 20 years. I didn't put on film for 20 years. I ate pork, I ate chazer, I ate everything. I didn't believe in God anymore. How could Hashem do it to take away 63 dear people for a loyal young rabbi? What I went through till I became a rabbi, to become a shoichet. My father wasn't satisfied just a rabbi and a shoichet. He wants me to be a dayan. You know what a dayan is? A dayan is above the rabbis. If we have a bedin, a big case, a divorce, a big or whatever, the dayan has to be, he gives the last word. I want to be in charge over Rabbi Dardik. He would have to take orders from me. Now I have to take orders from him. I'm an old rabbi, he's a young rabbi. But he is, we are blessed. Auckland, I saw dozens of rabbis coming. They didn't live long. They didn't stay long. We never had a man, did you ever see, from silk? A human being made from silk? I have to do if he doesn't like it. He doesn't like to be praising. But I have. But I know this man, 11 years. The first when he came to Auckland, me and my wife were invited in this rabbi's house for dinner Friday night. Since then, I fall in love with this man. Ladies and gentlemen, would you love to do if you have a daughter or son-in-law like it?
Questions?
Yeah, now there can some questions.
Yes. Would like to ask a question?
Two more words.
Two more words first.
And I was quite successful in America. I opened up a butcher shop. I've been successful. I've been a real estate man. I married, my wife died of cancer. Not enough, 63 people, she died. I married this young lady. She's a daughter of Rabbi Maya Goldberg. Hashem worked a mysterious way. He takes and gives. He took away a family, but he gave me back. He gave me a family. My wife born two boys, Leo and Joseph. They both graduate from Stanford with the highest degree. One, like my father, Vishulan, wants me to have 3 titles: a rabbi, a shoichet, a dayan. My son became an oncologist, hematologist, and an internist. Now his son is in Harvard. He is going to be doctor. He's graduating this May, a rabbi, and a scientist. He said, I have to beat my father. Ledoil vodoil, generation to generation. What can be more? A Jewish man have it, a doctor or a lawyer? What else? Oh, go ahead.
Anyone like to ask a question?
When you daven, you're in shul, you daven with very special intensity. And I'm just wondering, when you're davening, do you relive moments from the time when you were in the concentration camps? Do you recall things that you may have forgotten?
Did you have a question? Yeah. Okay, just so everyone should hear the question. The question was that when Henry davens, he has a lot of kavana, a lot of focus and intensity. When he davens, does he relive moments from being in the camps?
Yes, kavuna, then shchina, and halacha. When I daven, a lot of people ask me, "You tearing out your heart?" I feel like I am with Hashem. I became about Shuva, I came back. While I've been not going to shul or anything, you won't believe it, what happened to me. I had a torturous life. I didn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I had a short fuse. I couldn't look it in your eyes. After I came back, I became a Baal Tshuva. I'm a new reborn person. And I daven. People ask me here in the shul. Even my good rabbi asked me, why you get more to davening than anybody else? I love to daven. Why? I trust myself. In Europe, to become a rabbi, Rabbi Dardik is the one that I told you, and I'm not going to praise him more. He's assigned to a university, a yeshiva, 8 hours a day. I was 8 hours a day. He studies an hour a day Torah. I studied 8 hours a day Torah. 8 times as an American rabbi. I'll bet any rabbi will want to challenge me from Europe or from Israel. You are witnesses. I put up $500. If any rabbi will beat me in Torah study, and I won't take a Gemara, I'll sit with you like this. And not I'm bragging or anything. The Torah teaching in Europe is completely. Here in America, a rabbi become a young rabbi is most of it. It's like a good salesman. You need a rabbi to bring in a lot of members, to bring the shul, a lot of parnuso mechomo. It's a different kind of rabbis. Do the young rabbis respecting the old rabbis, the European kind of rabbis? Well, I'll let you judge. It's a different world. That's why we had so big rabbis, the Gerer Rebbe, the Shedlitzer Rebbe, the Vilna Gaon. Is it even? That's what the Dr. Berry asked questions. He got the right question. I feel it like I'm really. When you will tell me you can make Henry a deal now, I have $1 million. Tomorrow you're going to you would say maftin. What will I take? I'll take the maftin, not $1 million. I give more away than I use for myself. If I have to buy me a suit, I told my wife, I say I'd rather give the $500 to Duka. I like to give. I don't like to take it. I like to give. I like to help people. I do help people, believe me.
Another question? Okay. So,
You want some questions?
I'm sitting and listening and enjoying you.
Rabbi Dardik knows me, but we get together twice a month in my house. We are together discussing Torah. It's a pleasure to be with this man. When the day is when he has to come in my house, let's say Tuesday, I look forward. It's like I go to an opera or I go to a good glass of wine. You can't understand, you can't feel it, what the things what Lee developed. When Lee both sitting, the Shechina is there. It's there. Michael and Gabriel enjoying it there. They're watching us, what Lee doing. Lee doing Kedas V'Kedish. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May Hashem bless you. America is a land what is not a land of the earth. If this had to happen, anything to American is the end of our Jewish heritage, of our Jewish. Israel is our home. You can't imagine if we would have Israel that time, Hitler wouldn't take us in to Auschwitz. I can guarantee you. We now waiting like somebody's sentenced to be executed. Appellate court. What we waiting now? We have only a different name, Hitler. Now we got a Iran. When I came to America the first day, I remember Mr. Katz, Mr. Brill, Max Brown, Nathan Friedman asked me, what do you think? Is the Holocaust over? I said, no, it's an intermission, a remission. It's not over. It'll be another one, a better and a bigger one. What are we Jewish doing? Should we go on the gas like they're going in parading other groups? What are we waiting till he'll develop the atomic bomb till come? One thing what I want to give you, if happened a Holocaust, God beware, I hope not. Never let divide your family. What we did the mistake in Europe, We'll let our elderly take away. We'll let the kids take away separate. They dismantle you. Never. If the Gestapo has to come in my house, he wants to take it, he has to kill me first. Or all of him. None moves. Fight. Fight. Never let take your elders. Hashem will come and protect you. You won't go. But if you're a coward, we've been tested in Europe. Hashem tested us. In Europe was a big crime. The rich didn't help the poor at all. America is a land, if you don't have food, you can go to a rabbi or to a gabbai and tell them I'm hungry. I'm ashamed to say, they won't let you go hungry. Europe wasn't. You lived next door with a neighbor. The neighbor had a big belly. And he starved to death. Didn't come in and say, you need a challah, you need a piece of fish. Hashem tested them. Maybe is Hashem testing us here? Do we do? When I give you this, what do you do? Thank you, Elchonim. Do we take 5 minutes a day in thanks Hashem for the good fruit, what we eat, what we get together, what a beautiful shirt he wears, what I wear, a beautiful watch. Who gave me this? Who made me successful? Don't kid yourself. Listen, Hashem, you're nothing. Who gave the neshama? How when you make a car in the factory, the body is made, but the body doesn't move. When you put in the motor, the ignition, the car is alive. When Hashem gave you the neshama, you're functioning. Every night the neshama go back. It get cleaned even for you. You get up in the morning. What do? You're rushing. Oh, I got to eat. I got to go to work. I got to take 5 minutes. Moidi anila fornecho melechave kayem shechazarti binishmosi bechem la rabo imenesecho here likama raishes chochmo. You are already smart. Yirais ad Hashem. You are afraid God. You fear God. You are already smart. Don't come to the shul late. Please come to the... I cut the other day. I've been sitting in 6 o'clock and learning Torah. Somebody behind me says, "Oh, what are you studying?" I said, "Bruches." "Are you the first one?" I say, "No." He looks around and you don't see anybody. I don't see anybody. He comes before I come. He asks, "Where is 9 people? Where is the 10th?" I don't see 10 people. Hashem is there. Elohim nitzov badaseil. Bekeref Elohim yishpoit. When we go in a court and they're going to sentence you, they don't sentence you. Hashem sentence you. Make him take the hammer and say he is free. Not enough evidence. Everybody, the lawyer said he'll get that sentence. No, it's not enough evidence. You saw the other day the mother killed the kid. Every lawyer and everything, she'll get that sentence. She went free. Because Hashem wanted free. See? Der Mensch tracht, Gott lacht. You can make plans. Never make plans with God's help. Never call God. Call Hashem. Shaddai, Hashem. But we don't waste their holy name for an average conversation. 90 bar mitzvahs I finished. 90. I've been 106 times for an audience because I'm getting old. I know it that the day will come for me. But I don't want to die in knowing how you're going to suffer. I want you to know it. You will be my representative. You young kids, you'll be the lawyer. You'll say I talked to Elchonim. He was the horse. From his mouth I heard it. He was there. What can you be more in Treblinka, Auschwitz? 2 ghettos in a basement to put me in to die. Nobody, a machine gun wouldn't kill me. Because Hashem had a plan for me. He takes and gives. He gave me a family. I have 3 great grandchildren. 3 grandchildren, 3. I married a lovely lady. She has 3 sons, lovely people. One son is a sick boy. Ask her if I abandon him. He's like my son. Take care. Maybe Hashem tested me. He was meant, he paired us. If I'll take care of him. I talked to Rabbi Dardik. We're going to do a bar mitzvah. He's 51 years old now. Rabbi Dardik kindly promised me he will. See? That's the type of person he is. He's going to work. It's a very big job. He's 51 years. He never had bar mitzvah. No. I'm getting confused with languages. Hashem tests everybody. He tests everybody. Nobody is by himself. What did Hashem do with Abraham? With Abraham, Yaakov, Noah. Noah is tzaddik tamid hoye b'deroisav. Es Elohim is halach Noah. He tested Noah. I'll save you, you and your family. You will survive. I'm going to destroy the world, the beast and everything. He told to Abraham, Akedes Yitzchak. He didn't want them to kill his son. He only tested him. Will he do it? Yes. So everybody, nobody's above the law. Nobody. Don't feel ashamed if you're poor. The other guy's a billionaire. Did anybody take it with him? Did anybody came back and told you what is going on over there? You can leak out from the FBI. You can leak out from every organization. Secrets. But not there. Nobody leak over there. When a person dies, it's not the end. It's just a beginning. Just a beginning. You were sent here for a test. You might have been here 2 or 3 times before. We don't know. But you sent for a test here. So I keep him too long to people?
No, it's wonderful. I think we should probably call it a night for right now.
Okay. Whatever you're in charge. I'll take orders.
Thank everyone for coming. God willing, if you'll mark your calendars on February 8th, Wednesday evening, we'll be back here with Ella Jacobs to learn a little bit more about her story. Have a good night.